Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, what's up guys? Hope you're doing well. We're going to do a love reading today, taking a look at what is going on with the person you are dealing with. Remember though, it is a general reading, so it won't be for everyone unfortunately, so take what resonates and leave the rest. However, if you are interested in personal readings, I have a half price sale on at the moment. A link for that is in the description box below. Okay, I feel like this set of readings is going to be very interesting because sometimes there are usually a few repeating cards or common themes that start to show up through the signs. Aries just got the Queen of Wands and the Emperor as their overall energy and focus of the reading, both of those Aries energy beginnings. You have the Fool and the Magician, so there's like a longer cycle closing out and something new beginning here. Also as well, I swear in the last set of readings someone got that. We've got the Ace of Swords on the bottom, so it seems like we've got some type of big communication with that Magician energy that is creating some type of new start. I'm wondering if this is centered around a more new connection or something like that. I'll take a look at what the blocks and challenges are, because you've got a much bigger cycle with someone opening up here, Taurus, that is exactly what you want, or is particularly going somewhere with that Magician energy because he has all the tools he needs to make something a success. So it feels we've got a big communication or something. I'm wondering with that Ace of Swords. Could just be a separate message for some of you Tauruses that are single or kind of sick of who we're dealing with, that there may be a new energy or person here that is coming in that is very confident and decisive in terms of what they're wanting. So someone who doesn't play games. Could be a past energy though for some that that's attached to, but someone who is like very upfront, very direct, knows what they want and does the actions to make it happen. I am drawn though as well. Why do I think there's two people in the situation? One current or past person coming in because the Magician has the infinity symbol, but then also a new connection, potentially something that's built up from something platonic because of the energy of the Fool is Aquarius and then the Magician is Gemini and Virgo energy. Blocks and challenges here are the Seven of Swords in reverse. Potentially a conversation or a communication that we anticipated but then didn't manifest. The Seven of Swords astrologically is also the Moon in Aquarius, which for me personally as a reader, one of my significations is to do with soul family, soulmates. Soulmates come in many shapes and forms. It feels like you're at a kind of crossroads or transition point where there's maybe like two paths lining up and two different people, and then depending on what action or communication they do is which direction you go down or who you move forward with. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse with that Seven of Swords in reverse. So it could be something as well that you put a lot of time and energy in with a person but just was not progressing forward or particularly working. That Seven of Swords in reverse though is something being revealed. The Emperor. Why is it like buses where you wait ages and then all of a sudden two come along at once? Because I feel this is more a new person and a past person, both of them coming in and intersecting at the same time. So on the positive side of things, you've got options. But there is someone here who's making a big leap of faith or something like that. But I feel like, did they wait too long? Is there a new connection that has started? And if you've already got a new connection that is kind of started, with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's just kind of too soon to be able to know yet where it's going in on the long term, but the start of it is very strong or positive. Let's see what this person's intentions are, or which one I'm picking up. Is this more the current past person? Who's that energy of the Fool? We've got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Tell me more about intentions, and the Ten of Cups. This could tie into both of them, but someone here has honest, pure, long-term intentions or is looking for something serious. I do get a vibe here that you've got a new person and a current or a past person. The new person either is just coming in and about to make that declaration because of the Ace of Swords, or it's something that is already started but it's very early days. There is a past or person you've been dealing with who has maybe waited too long, but they're coming in here at like the last minute, because if they waited any longer to take this action, to communicate, there wouldn't be a possibility of anything happening. So some of you potentially have two people here who have long-term intentions or want something serious with you. The newer person wouldn't be offering commitment just yet, but there would be discussions coming up or very soon around what they're wanting and where they see the situation going. But I feel the dichotomy here is that past energy was just never stepping up to the plate or kind of following through. You've waited a long time and it's just not manifested, it's not happened. Versus the new person who is very direct. The Seven of Swords in reverse here. The past person may not have been good at communication, or you may have felt kind of left out in the cold with them. The new person is very direct, upfront, honest, knows what they want. So there's like a refreshing change with that. But then it feels like this past person is coming in and trying to match that energy as well. There could be a bit of an annoyance because for some of you may have just started to move on from them after kind of waiting and giving up hope on them, and then just as you've got something about to start or that has started with someone else, or just as you've started to get over them and let go of it, they come in with that action and that energy that you've been hoping for. The actions, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, so someone is trying to speed it up a bit. That seems more attached to the past person. The past person, I wouldn't say they're being dishonest, but it feels like some of their action or energy, like they're moving or they're trying to move things forward quicker, or they're trying to be or do something that you want as opposed to what they actually are or what they want. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is a little bit, they're doing the right thing, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Okay, this seems just attached perhaps to both of them, but definitely the new person. In terms of the actions, you've got the Five of Wands here, two people starting to fight over you, not physically, not brawling with each other in order, but you've got two people trying to get your attention. We've then got the Moon Pisces energy, so there's maybe a little bit of uncertainty around. I feel there's something with the past person's energy. They're doing what you want them to do now, but it does not feel authentic. The reason why they're doing it doesn't feel authentic. I think it's more to do with this new energy, or them feeling like they'll lose you if they don't step up. And particularly if you've got a new person here where you're able to more like compare the two. But we've got at least here a kind of two people fighting for your attention, and then a decision here which direction you guys go in. But they're sort of both saying the past person is trying to offer something serious now, but it feels sort of inauthentic. The new person is very upfront. There would have probably been discussion around like I'm available, I'm looking for something serious, but they're not offering commitment at the moment. Where this energy goes is the Hermit, and then the Death card is on the bottom. It seems like for some of you Tauruses, you've got a step back, you're needing to take a second in the energy of the Hermit, Virgo energy, to contemplate which direction you're going down, because this past person is finally doing what you wanted them to do, but it feels kind of the reason why they're doing it doesn't necessarily feel authentic to you, and also they've kind of left it very last minute. And then you've got a new person here who seems to be ticking all the boxes, is much more easy to deal with, but because it's more early days or it hasn't really started fully yet, there's a stronger emotional tie and pull to that past person. So it seems you guys need to do some contemplating and thinking about those two prospective suitors and what it is that you want and what it is that is going to serve your highest good. But on the positive side, it's always nice to have options, isn't it? But sometimes, like I say, there's a need here, I think, to be analytical and look at it a little bit more from a logical lens, because the new person seems to be more matching the boxes, but the past person or current person you were dealing with, there's a much stronger emotional tie to them because of the amount of time that you spent. So it's time to get into that hermit mode and make a decision. Anyway, Taurus, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, though, it is a general reading, so it won't be for everyone, unfortunately. Take what resonates and leave the rest. However, if you would like some specific information and answers to your own individual situations, you can check out the sale on personal readings in the description box below.